of our enemy, which is the white race, and we bring them to the basements in the synagogues where we drain the blood and watch them die there. It's very similar to how we do the sacrifices that we do with the kosher butchering, and so we do that, and then we mix it with the Passover bread, and so we eat the blood of our enemies. And the bodies, we're not cannibals, so what we do is we take those, because we can make some shekels, and we give them to the slaughterhouses, and those are pounds and pounds and pounds of meat that we grind up in the sausage and the hamburger, and that's why we made those the most popular thing, sausage for breakfast and hamburger for lunch. And so all the goyim out here are really eating their children. And even when we say this outright and tell you people, you don't believe it. So that's why we take the children.
All right, Shalom. Start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone and taught your truth. And Shalom to the brothers out there that's tuned in. And I just want to go into a quick lesson on this video. I got put up on Instagram, showing you what Esau Edom is doing with the food, man. Which is the reason why we, push a dietary law. We tell you to don't eat at these fast food restaurants. These McDonald's, Jack in the Box. Hey, hell, with me, I don't even mess with the In-N-Out. I know a lot of people that, they think, or they may say In-N-Out got, high grade beef, but that's what they're gonna tell you. They say the same thing at McDonald's. This is what Esau is doing, and it's crazy because I believe it's like a year back they actually found a human chop shop, man. What the hell you think they're doing with a human? What's the point of a human chop shop? What are they doing with those bodies, man? They put it in your food. And this is something I knew before the truth. When I was looking in, a lot of what you would call conspiracies. I actually stumbled upon, it wasn't exactly this video, but it was other videos basically saying the same thing, how there's human DNA, in the food that you get from these fast food restaurants, and in the beef. And it's not, I'm pretty sure it's not just the restaurants, there's actually in you probably could find it in ground beef. You probably could find it in the sausage, which we don't push anybody to to indulge in eating sausages. You don't know what the hell's in that shit. They're mostly out of pork. And this is the food that our people are eating, which the scripture speaks about how we're going to be eating the food defiled amongst the Gentiles, man. But this is just plain out wicked. You just they're forcing our people to unknowingly indulge in cannibalism. We're eating, we're eating each other. Which is, you see why our people, they're so sick in the head and got all type of demons on them, man, because they're eating shit like this. This is the wickedness of Esau Edom. He's actually allowing for the food to be defiled, man. And it's crazy because you go to these other countries, right? You go to these other countries and their food is you go to their fast food restaurants, man, the quality is way more top tier than what they have in America, man. This type of thing is mainly pushed in America. But I just wanted to show that video. Let me go ahead and get I need to have 20 precepts, but I'm trying to go ahead and get it and speak about it. The first one I'll bring out is, let me bring this up. Matter of fact, speak of Ezekiel 4 verse 13, and the Lord Yahweh said, even this shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles. So yeah, really no matter what you indulge in, it's going to be defiled. No matter how healthy you're trying to be, no matter how clean you want to eat, it's still going to have some type of, defiledness, you know, if that's the word, to it. You know, it ain't gonna be at its 100% pure quality. And especially with the fast food, man. That shit is totally, totally fucking defiled, man. You know, you just heard it from this, I'm pretty sure it's a fucking Amalekite that was saying those things. You know, and they you know, those are the as of right now, the rulers of the earth. They give the green light to push these orders, to push it where, you know, the kids that are missing, the little children that go missing, you know, they get ransacked, they get their organs took out of their body, and then they use the rest of the body and put it in you know, put it in the meat, man. You know, this is what's going on behind closed doors. You know, and there's many more to it. But yeah, everything's defiled. The water defiled. You know, it got all type of drugs. What's it called? That's in the toothpaste. Fluoride, chemicals, all type of shit in that water. We have never experienced clean water before. Nobody's ever experienced clean, pure, 100% water. Now there's better places around the world that has better quality water than America, but is it 100% pure? No. You know. And Lord Yahweh said, even this shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles. You know, so the Gentiles talking about, you know, the heathens. You know, we're the food that we're eating, we, you know, we ain't just hunting for our own food. You know, some brothers, you know, some people don't have the money or the means to, you know, to grow vegetation. So where we getting our food from? We got to go to these grocery stores. You know, we got to go to some Jake's, go to restaurants to eat. You know, and who you think is making the food, man? You know, well, who you think is providing the food for them to make? Hey, Esau, eat them. Now, because ultimately you're going to see behind the restaurant, you're going to see an Israelite cooking the food, but who's providing the food for them to create, or who's providing the food for them to cook? It's ultimately Esau, Edom, man. You know, Jake, they just spice it up and make it taste good, but Esau, Edom, or Esau, Edom, he actually gives the ingredients for them to make, man. You don't know what the hell you're eating. You don't know what the hell. You know, I remember I seen a video on you know, showing that, you know, the meat they get shipped in certain bags, man. It's like, you know, you would think that it would just go and just get regular ground beef from it, but it's all already made. It's already it's in certain bags, already made, and that you don't know what kind of meat that is. You don't know what kind of meat you're putting inside of your body, man. You know, but this is just the wickedness of this. This is another reason why this place got to be destroyed, because you're doing shit like that. You unknowingly investing, not really investing, but indulging in cannibalism, and you don't even know that, man. But like I said, that's the reason why there's a dietary law being pushed. You know, we should tell you not to eat all the shit that you know that's around you. You know, we say, hey, make your own food so you know what you're eating. You know, make sure you look at the ingredients before you buy something. Make sure there's no pork, no shellfish, nothing like that. That's hidden in the food, man. You know, that's why ultimately, you know, you can't really trust your enemies, man. You cannot trust your oppressors. You know, you gotta go according to the scriptures, man. You know, you can't trust everything that Esau push. You know, they got a new thing called liquid death, which is I think it's either called death water or liquid death, and basically they call it it's sprinkling water or spring water or something like that. But just off the name, off the brand itself, I ain't trusting that shit. And you know Esau Edom pushing that. But people think it's just regular spring water. Oh, it's just a catch. It's just a name. Nah, man, Esau behind closed doors doing witchcraft. He's doing spells, and he's putting it inside of the water, man. You know, I would never indulge in something with a name like that. But that's what's being pushed here in America. Which is why this place has got to utterly be destroyed. This book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10, never trust thine enemy. That's right. You're not supposed to trust your oppressor. Who's your enemy? Who's the top number one enemy? It's ultimate the wicked, which is Esau Edom. Bible says never trust thy enemy, man. No matter what he says, no matter how good it sounds, they always go back to the scriptures, and that's how I'm able to discern if this word could be trusted or not. Because yeah, Esau, he may say something, and yeah, it might actually be, if it has something to do with the scriptures, yeah, it might actually be good, but majority of the time, it's not like that, man. If he's speaking to you, if he's trying to tell you anything good, it's for his own benefit. If he's trying to tell you anything good, it's ultimately, no, he's trying to tell you anything, his ultimate thing, him telling you, is to deceive you, man. Because that's just the spirit that's in him, man. He got a deceptive and evil, wicked spirit. Never trust on enemy, for as iron resteth, so is his wickedness. Yeah, so his wickedness is always gonna remain. This says you got some iron. When it rusts, yeah, you may be able to clean it for a little bit, but that rust is always gonna come back. Meaning that wickedness is always gonna remain. It's not gonna go away. Yeah, he may appear to be wise, clean, smart, but ultimately the wickedness is gonna show eventually, man. He's gonna show his true intentions. And I remember back in my days, I've always seen that in an Edomite, man. They may come at you kind of nice, shit like that, but as soon as you get on their bad side, as soon as you do something they don't like, they they start being racist to you, calling you all type of N words and stuff like that. They got an evil thought about you. Like ultimately, behind their mind, they want to destroy you. But before they do that, before they get there, they're going to speak onto you kindly, smooth, so they can get your trust. But as soon as you trust them, that's when their wickedness is going to start showing forth, man. But the point of this video, is just showing you that Esau's a damn demon, man. Putting damn dead bodies in the food that you eat, man, which is fucking chaos, man. So with that, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash. Again, double honor to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. The Wadi Hashem Yahushai. Shalom to the brothers out there that's tuned in. Shalom.